Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. So, last episode got messed up because I guess my mic just wasn't recording the whole time, so there's no audio. But this episode we're actually going to start building an otter enclosure, which is super exciting. Um, so yeah, I just filmed this real quick so I had something to talk over before we got into the build. And I was just checking up on everything, making sure everything was good, because it seems like our work zones weren't working too well sometimes, and it was snowing. It started snowing, so I had to turn heaters on everywhere. That was an issue, but I ended up getting it figured out. So what we're gonna start doing, this took me a minute to kind of figure out how I want to do it, but we're gonna start sinking in the ground to just so we have like a base. And I actually learned how to do these terrain tools quite a bit from building this enclosure. And I can say that I am more confident in myself in terms of what I can do. See, so you could do this flatten to foundation setup, and it helps out a lot. Because it'll make that whole area just the same level, all flat. Instead of when you push, it could be different depths, you know? And then I did this, and I was like, well, I'm going to have to make it bigger. It's as simple as that. It's going to have to be bigger because there's just not enough space. And then right here, I was trying to do stairs up, but then I messed up, so I had to redo it and start curving earlier. But I think it came out pretty good, to be honest. And then when I was building, you see that dip right there? It did that. So immediately I was like, okay. It wouldn't let me fill it in, so I was like, okay. So I decided to do a pond on the side, and I forgot to connect it, so it's not connected to the actual enclosure. It took me a while to figure this out too. For some reason, it just kept saying it was obstructed. I think it's because the pathing was going through it. So it took me a minute to get that to do what I wanted it to do. I ended up having to redraw a big part of the pathing. And then once it was high enough, it would let me fill it in. See, because right here it still doesn't let me fill it in. This took me like 30 minutes though to figure out. It was just not working at all. And then right here it still says it's obstructed. And then this thing popped up and I thought that would help me, but it didn't. It doesn't help at all. I'm just trying to push and stuff and I just can't push. So I don't know what I ended up doing. I don't remember what I ended up doing to actually make that work. But it ended up coming out pretty nice. I just wish I connected it beforehand. Oh, see, there we go. That's what I did. I just wish I connected it to the enclosure beforehand, because it's just not connected. So there's just a pile of water just sitting up at the top, which is all right, but it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. And then the barriers. The barriers took me a minute to figure out too, so I'm kind of curving it and trying to have it go with the path, and then I was trying to get it to go up this, and there's a elevation change significantly. So then I was remembering some of the stuff from earlier, and if you go to the knoll, you can place like a barrier for the habitat without actually placing anything. So I did that the whole way around. I just did it relatively to what I wanted the enclosure to be. So I did that, and then I went back and I replaced it all with the actual fencing I wanted to use. So the whole bottom part down there is glass, and then everything else is wood. So right here I'm just changing it over to glass for that pillar, and then deleting that little lip so I can... Oh, I didn't delete the lip. That lip's still in the enclosure then. But, so I did it like this, and then I found out, I was trying to just figure out how to raise it on one side. Figured it out. I did climb proof all the way around. I don't think I needed to. I checked back, and I don't think the otters needed the climb proof fencing. But I already did it, so. So now I'm just going through highlighting all this, and I'm going to replace all of it with wood. And then just go through and make it all about 1 meter, 1.3 meters. I think it was like 3 feet or something, 4 feet. But going through and doing all that, just so that people can look over it, instead of having glass everywhere, which I kind of think I should have done glass everywhere, but I like the way this looks a lot more. It takes a while for me to do this because my controller has a little bit of stick drift, so it's really hard to get it to like do precise movements. But I ended up doing it somehow. But yeah, I think it looks really good with the shorter fencing rather than putting it high up and just doing glass windows. Because it's just really not my thing. I do just prefer having the little fence so that people could just see over it. And then I ended up just highlighting the path before it because then I found out that it would just snap on to the 1.29. So that ended up working out good. And then I'm going to extend the path the way I want it to be around the enclosure. That way I can put the staff path. Or that way I could do the habitat gate on one side. Just like that. And then going through and just making sure everything is climb proof, which I ended up not needing to do, but I did it anyway. But so this is the general like layout of our otter enclosure. I'm just double checking how much space and things they needed, and how tall they needed their barrier. And then I had to go through and make sure the setting actually changed because it didn't the first time. But then just check in, boom, high enough. And now I'm filling this with water. So right there, see, I'm trying to push it down. I can't though. I can't edit that at all. The only way I would be able to edit it, I think, is by removing the fencing and the path, or at least the fencing. But I don't know if I'll be able to get the fencing back there, so I just left it alone. But now I'm filling it up with water. I'm going to change the water to be crystal clear, or I think I already did actually. And now I'm putting in rocks into this wall just to make it look nice so it's not just a giant dip in the ground. So now I'm just rotating this rock around, so it looks different, putting at different heights and things like that. So it just looks like there's variation. And then I'm going through and putting a different rock in some places to add some variation. And you just want it to look like a giant like rock wall, you want it to look random but still look nice and kind of clean. And then I'm doing this just to block this gap over here because, I mean, in all reality, that's what you would do in real life. Or you'd put some kind of fencing there, But that way, it's all blocked off there, and then I'm just filling in this gap on this side of the railings just so it looks a little cleaner. And just so that you can't see down to just a fucking immediate 10-foot drop, Just so it looks safe. It looks safe and it looks good. So just filling in those last couple of gaps just to make sure these rocks look good. And I think this came out really well. This is my first time doing something like this in the game, other than a waterfall I did in one of the franchise modes, like when I first got the game, just to mess around for a little bit. And then now I'm just adding a couple rock formations under the water so the otters have something to swim under and around. And I think this came out real good. I could have added a little bit more stuff down here. I was going to add some branches, but none of them were the sizes I wanted. So I ended up not doing anything with the branches. But it's all good. And then I realized I'm going to need staff pathing over there so that they don't have to walk as far. So I decided to just run it right over the water over here. This also took me a minute because the stick drift. So the path was just going wherever it wanted to. And I was trying to connect it up there, and apparently you just can't. I guess if those railings are there, the staff path will not connect to the normal path. So it does suck, but because I wanted it to look clean and not have this bridge over the water, but it's alright. In the end, it ended up working out. So now we're putting both the otters in there so we can kind of start getting the habitat the way they want, adding it to the work zone. Oh, I'm now realizing I forgot to add the new water temperature stuff to the work zone. I'll have to do that next time I play. But right now we're just doing the terrain, just making it suitable for them. And then I'm doing some gradient I'm doing some gradient right there with the soil and the sand before it goes into the grass. Then I just filled up the rock in the corner. And then now I'm adding water lilies. I think these actually look really good. They made it look real good. I'm just blocking the little fence right there and the water with the reeds. Just add some more vegetation. And then I was just making sure everything's filtered. Adding a couple trees into the enclosure as well. Just makes it look a little more lively. Add some reeds in the corner, you know. Some more water lilies. I really like how the water lilies look. Brings a lot of life to the water, you know. Adding this so that they have somewhere to hide in. And I think that came out real good. What am I adding next? Oh yeah, the weeping willows. These are so sick. This tree looks really great in the enclosure, and I think it brought it all together really well. Now I'm adding some underwater plants. My camera was being weird though. I could not like go under the water without doing some weird movements. That's why you saw me go under the map and then back up. And then right here I'm just adding some stuff, so maybe if they want to hide underwater a little bit, they can. And then I'm noticing that the plants on the coverage is really low, and I'm just thinking to myself, why? And then I ended up adding some of these little ferns and then bamboo, and the bamboo brought it up a lot. So I ended up doing a couple of the bamboos because I was like, okay, that's what they need then. So I added a couple of the bamboos. It stopped going up after a certain point. So, but then I added this bush, brought it up to 70, and I kind of just added another bush just to be safe and left it there in terms of plants. Now right here, I'm digging into the dirt to do the hard shelter because I thought this would look a lot nicer than having a super tall building in the enclosure. I can sink this into the ground a little bit. I was originally going to make it round, but then the walls weren't lining up the way I wanted them to. So I ended up not doing that. I ended up just making it square, but I still think this came out really good because it's in the ground a little bit. And I think it just fits really well. I know it is the African like mud walls. I put a door on both sides too, so they come in from either way they want. Just more terrain generation, so it slopes in gradually. I know it is the African mud wall. I had nothing oriented towards Asia in terms of construction equipment, so I ended up having to do the African mud walls, which I think they look fine in the enclosure anyway. And then I'm noticing this wall's not lining up properly, so I have to split it from the group and then go in and edit it and then put it in. See, so I'm starting to learn the controls and how the game's mechanics work, and I think it's starting to come out really good, some of my builds. Right here, there's no flat thatch roof piece. There's no flat thatch roof piece, so I could not do what I wanted to do there at all. I ended up just making it a flat thatch roof, which is fine. It's not what I wanted, but it ended up being alright. Or not, did I go with thatch roof? Yeah, I did. Oh my god, I'm dumb. I'm now realizing that's a flat thatch roof piece. I could have still, okay, I'm just realizing that I could have done the slope still and then switched and used that thatch roof piece. I'm just now realizing that. It's alright. We did, again, I didn't want it to be a super tall building anyway. And then now we're just doing some food. So I put this underwater feeder down. Hopefully they use it. And then I put another food trough up top so that they have something. And then I was saying stuff about the temperature not being adequate. So I put down a cooler and a heater because I didn't know which one they needed. Ended up just being a heater. But because I was putting their temperature to the wrong stuff. Because when I was going to their when I was clicking on them and going over to their temperature, it would say range was 52 to 62. So I was trying to do that. That it was not the case at all. They needed, I think it was like 80 to 100 or 60 to like 90, something like that. So I ended up putting them to like 80 or like 78, something like that. And then I realized that the water doesn't reach far enough over here. My water treatment doesn't reach the far pond. And I needed a water temperature regulator anyway. So I'm putting that in now to make sure the water is the right temperature for them. so it doesn't get too cold or too hot for them. Setting everything right, again, I had to go back and change the temperatures because what it was telling me in their habitat thing was incorrect. Doing a lot of research during this because I just left everything running. But then I went in there and realized, oh wow, temperatures are completely off. So just turning the heater up to 88 so that they're good to go. Turn the temperature regulator up to 78. And then there's no transformer that can reach the... Why did I put a transformer there? I don't know why I put that transformer there, actually. That feels very wasted. I don't know why I put that transformer there. I'm just putting some enrichment now so that it goes up. And I'm happy with the way they're feeling now. So that's good. Oh yeah, guests were complaining about the building over here with the transformer and the water, what is it called? The water cleaner. I can't think of the name right now. But they were upset with that, so I ended up just moving it in the end. I ended up moving it and rebuilding it and setting it up as a blueprint, which is my first time doing a blueprint, it's pretty cool actually because I'll definitely use them again. But I ended up moving them a little bit further from the path, which I didn't recheck the map, so I don't know if that's even far enough. But I ended up going over here doing the African mud wall, so it kind of blends in with everything else. And now I'm just building a blueprint, one for a 3-wide utility shed, and then a 2-wide utility shed. The 3-wide's for over there where we just installed that new transformer and water temp regulator and the water treatment. And then now I'm just grouping them all together so that I can make blueprints. Which, again, I will definitely use these later, so I'm super happy that this is like a system in the game. It works really good. So doing that now, so just making the things. Oh, it doesn't show me typing. But yeah, so utility times 2 African walls, just so I know what it is exactly. And then putting that right over them. It looks real good in my opinion. I think it came out great. And then over here, times 3 African walls. Just so that I got that, and then move it and put it right over those. I think it looks great. It's going to keep them protected from the rain somewhat. And yeah, adding some educational stuff now, doing the TVs and the, what are they called, the speakers, so that they're getting their education, because it seems to be a really important thing in this game. I added this down here, thinking I could change the stuff to go with the otter. You cannot. Both those are like preset basically. So those are kind of out of place, but I just left them anyway. And then now I'm just setting everything up for the otters. Oh, sorry. I'm just setting everything up so it's set up towards the otters. And then I realized that TV had no power. So I added another transformer over here, which to be fair is fine because we are going to need it. And then I realized that there was nothing powering over there, so I had to put another transformer over here by this water treatment. And then I'm putting another transformer over here. But yeah, everything ended up coming out good, I think. But yeah, let me think. Oh yeah, so now I'm doing all the bins. I got the garbage, the recycle, the benches, and the donation bins. I'm putting all those down now just so that everyone is happy with everything. And then yeah, that's it. So let me go back in the game real quick so I could record the outro and stuff. Alright, so now that we're back in the game, so this is what the enclosure looks like now. I think it came out really good. It's easily the best enclosure we've made so far, and I'm really happy with the way it came out. I think it looks great. A couple things have happened since I filmed when I made it. So we do have another otter in here now. I bought another female, and they did mate. Um, Offspring due January. So they did mate. Damn, so she's actually gonna give birth in like not very much time. But yeah, so this came out really good, I think. I think it's a really good thing. Really good enclosure. I don't know what we're gonna build next. I don't know what we're gonna build next yet. I think I want to do another. I think I want to extend this a little more, and then do another like food court area right here, and then have another enclosure right here. And that might all be one video. I'm not sure just yet. Did a challenge. And then I had to get rid of the other male sable antelope because they started fighting over dominance. So I released him to the wild and got some conservation credits. There we go. That's so hard to say sometimes. But yeah, so I had to get rid of the other boy, sable antelope. I don't know where... Oh, there he is. There's the our old boy right now. He's gonna be getting too old here pretty soon, so we are gonna have to get rid of him. At some point, and then get another male. And then these guys are doing good right now. I had to get rid of one of the males. He was too old. He was about to die, so we rehomed him. I'm gonna have to probably adopt another male at some point, so we don't risk the chance of inbreeding. The tortoises are still doing good. They're still happy. Those signs helped out a lot with their stress, and they seem to be doing good now. Their hard shelter's still all fucked. I don't know what to do about that though. But everything at the zoo is going good so far. These are still breeding like crazy, these death adders. Couple grand every probably 20 minutes of playing time, so that's great. We'll probably add in a couple other exhibits and then maybe start doing a loop, so we'll probably do an enclosure over here somewhere. But I need to set up another staff area in this area, I think. But we'll wait. We'll keep going this way so that we could... And she had her offspring, actually. So we got a baby... Oh, we got 2 baby otters. We got a male and we got another male. So we'll be getting rid of the not as good male once he's older. And we'll... Whichever... Yeah, so we'll be keeping this male, I think, because he's pretty good. He has the little bennel and everything, so that's great. But yeah, oh, tortoises just had babies too. And I think the African wild dogs had babies, it said. Again, dude, many guests think the tickets are underpriced. I raise it by $2 every time they say that. So, hey, we're making more money. But yeah, the Galapagos. Oh, look at that. We also got 2 of those. A male and a... Oh, and a male. 2 males. We'll probably end up releasing those to the wild. Or selling them, one of the two. Because these guys still have double their life. So, hard shelter's even worse though. So we're actually going to do this real quick. I didn't expect to actually do more in this video, but we kind of need to. So let's go to habitats. Let's go to species. I want to see if what kind of hard shelters they have for these guys. Galapagos giant tortoise. Beds and shelters. So they have no hard shelters for them. One of the African wild dogs just matured. So yeah, I gotta keep building enclosures for them. This one doesn't work, and I don't know why. If I do that, does it work? Let me see if that works now that I deleted that wall. No, this just doesn't work at all. So let's get rid of that real quick, and let's go ahead and build another enclosure, or another... Damn, that's a big ass rock. And then do something like... And then we'll just go ahead and add a couple more of these big rocks, so it doesn't look like everything's hanging too much. And then go over here and do extra large bedding. There we go. That should be more than enough space for these guys. Where are they? Look at the babies. They're just over here on the path. Just minding their own business. Hard shelter's at 0 now. What? You're kidding. What? How? Is it because that back's open a little bit? I don't know how this works. I don't understand. They should be able to traverse that, dude. Hold on, guys. Traversable area. It says they can't traverse that. Is it too short? It's too short. So these guys are just way taller than I think they are. Okay. So, damn, I did not think I was going to be filming all this right now. So we gotta increase the height on this drastically, apparently. So something like that then, and then... That's crazy though, because that's so big. That's so tall. There's no way they need that much. But whatever. So they should be able to go under that now. If they can't, I don't know. I don't know what the game wants me to do if they can't go fit under that. Oh, staff traversable area. Wait, so they... Selected animal to show. Okay, see, they can go under that. Is that 57? I don't know what else I'm supposed to do there. Low welfare? Why are they stressed out? Why are they... Oh, wait. It's because both of them were just born, I think. No, their stress is crazy too. What the fuck? I don't understand. Is it because they have slightly under space? They need more soil. I don't understand why they're stressing out like that. And it's dropping. It's consistently dropping. Their meal quality's terrible. Their stress is terrible. Or is it like that for all of them? Is all their stress going? It's just the ones that were just born. I'm assuming they'll get over it, but I'm not sure. Low welfare, animal stress. I don't know why it's stress, dude. Let me try something real quick. So let me go here. I heard that this helps. Go to ambient speaker. Put that down. Put this, and then ambience. We want it to be. Can I? Oh, I can't do like African jungle. Or African. Let's just do crickets. They're all stressed out and I don't know why. Let's see though, is that helping? I think that's helping. No, they're dropping again. Is it because the workers in there? No, because then why is the other adult stressing out? Adult's not stressing out anymore. I'm just gonna put one of these back here too, and then just do crickets, and hopefully that just helps them. I heard that this does help, but I don't know. It's attracted protesters? Dude, I can't fix it. I don't know what's wrong with them. I would fucking sell them if I could. They need a lot of soil. I literally don't understand. Population's good. I don't get it. I don't understand. Population's good. Everything is good in here. I don't understand what their fucking problem is. They do need more soil though, and I don't... There's no way that the soil is the fucking issue though. Shut up. Oh my god. I don't know why it's stressed out. It's not my fault. It literally goes up and then it goes down. There's no reason for it to be stressed out though. There's nothing wrong with it. And now it's back up. I don't get it. They're both good now. This one's still stressed. And I don't know why. Let me see, so... Oh yeah, see, so does that solve a negative impact? No, we're good. Not education. I guess that would be animal welfare. No. They're all good now, though, so I don't... There's a lot of shit in there. It might be the temperature. It might be too hot for them. Well, no, I have that temperature thing set to what they need it to be. And it would say if it was the temperature. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Stressed out again. We're just gonna have to get rid of them as soon as they come to H. That's alright. Yeah, we'll just leave it alone for now. But yeah, so that's where we are in Planet Zoo. We have $143,000 right now. So that's where we are though. So like I said, next episode, I think we're going to extend this way, do another like food court area, and then do another enclosure on this side. Don't know what I want to do yet, but we'll see. I'll try to look a little bit before the next episode at the animals and see what I want to do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Planet Zoo. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see on the channel in the future. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Stay safe out there, and peace out, guys.